Hi everyone, welcome back to the next diecast. In today's video, I'll be unboxing and doing a quick review of this 1/27 scale 2021 Jeep Gladiator made by Motormax. Got this model off of Amazon warehouse deals for just over $17. As you can see, it came in a pretty heavily damaged box, which is why I got the discount on it. This is from the Showcast series, has this kind of red box design. And then here you have all the licensees on the bottom of the box here. So there's some pretty heavily taped side flaps on here. We'll go ahead and get this truck out of the box next. Alright, now we just got to take it off the base here. Kind of interesting is that you don't have actual screws on here. Instead you have these kind of white plastic screws, I guess, that you have to just unscrew by hand. You don't need an actual screwdriver. First time I've actually seen this on any of my die-cast models when I first got them, but these were, easy and stuff to get off, as you can see here. Kind of a nice looking shop background on this box. All right, now we just got to take off this strap that's holding the doors shut. All right, and here is our Gladiator. And of course, you have the opening doors. All right, here is our Gladiator out of the box and everything. So Motormax actually makes two different variants of the Gladiator. They have the Gladiator Overland, which is this one with the top off. And they make the Gladiator Rubicon with the roof on. Each of those comes in a variety of colors, at least as far as the Overland goes. You can get it in this kind of cool olive green that I have here. It also comes in blue and I think maybe red also. And the top on version, or the Rubicon version, that comes in silver and a couple of other colors too. I'm thinking of them right now. But they're both, I would say, fairly well detailed in terms of being a 1/27 scale models. And again, these are and I did say 1/27 because that is actually the scale that they are. I suppose it's so they could actually fit inside of a 1/24 scale box or something like that. But overall, the details on this model, I would say, are fairly well done. We'll take a look first at the front here. They do a nice job with the overall shape and look of the truck, I would say, for sure. And the paint quality, very nice as well. The real Gladiator does come with this kind of olive green color. I'm not sure what the actual manufacturer color of this is called, but it's kind of in between a gloss finish and a matte finish. It's sort of like a flat green color, but it is nice and smooth throughout and everything. And anything that you see in green is actually made of die-cast metal, which is nice. So you'll see kind of one uniform shade throughout. And then back to the front here, they do a nice job with the overall look and shape of the grille. A little bit of kind of paint, maybe dripping or something down the hood here, but it's very, hard to see, except if you look at it really, really close. I would think there would be a Jeep logo up here somewhere, but I don't see one, which is odd to see. But the grills look well done overall, and so do the headlights, which actually do have pegs, but they're kind of fogged over, so it's kind of hard to see the pegs. You do have two turn signals here, but the art is painted on, but I'd imagine it'd be kind of hard to make these as separate pieces just because they're so small. And the bumper is nicely applied to the car, or to the truck, I should say. It's actually a separate plastic piece. You have kind of these two lower lights on here, and the bumper is actually nice and firm. The overall build quality of this model is well done. Wheels are built on solid metal axles, mirrors. Although they are bendy, they're not going to be falling off or anything like that. You have the strong kind of metal doors and everything. So that's nice to see that they're kind of improving on the build quality of their models just a bit. On the side here, I think Motormax did a decent job with these wheels and tires here. The tires could use a little bit more detailing, I think. The wheels, I think, are available in this style on the real Gladiator. I kind of like the black and the kind of silver trim paired up with this green paint. There should probably be a Jeep badge in the center, but they did not include that, unfortunately. It does roll very smooth, though. I will give them that. And you have these kind of running boards along the side here. They're actually integrated into the base. And you have this small Jeep badge with the Gladiator inscription beneath that. And they're actually nice and well applied to the truck here. So you can look at the back. They do include well-detailed taillights which do not have pegs in them, which is nice to see. You kind of have the center like reverse lights or turn signals painted on. And again, you have a separate bumper for back here too. I like how this Jeep badge is actually kind of a three-dimensional badge from the tailgate here. It looks like the letters all pop out and everything. Like, this is of course integrated into the metalwork. They aren't like, separate letters that they glued on or something, but that looks really well done. And I like kind of the white, Jeep badging paired up with this green paint. And you have a little tiny overland badge on the lower right portion of the tailgate here. So that's a cool touch. And the bed is well done, nice and flush with the die-cast body. Nice texture going on in there too. I wish this rear tailgate opened up, but honestly, it doesn't matter too much because you can see right into this bed because it is, a pickup truck. And the doors, I forgot to mention, the one door doesn't align quite well, but if you bend it a certain way, it might actually line up in place, but I'm sure that's just a factory defect for my truck here. The doors are actually the only opening feature you get on the model, which is rather unfortunate, but as I say many times before, I kind of like how, when you don't have an opening hood and stuff, you have kind of a nice, seamless look, with the model and everything, so I don't think that's too big of a loss, but at least having the opening tailgate would have been welcome, I believe. We'll look at the interior detailing next. They do a good job with the overall look and shape of the seats, a little bit on the cheap side because they have kind of these totally flat backs on them. They should not look like that. They should have some kind of detailing back there. Same thing with these back seats too. The headrests are way too thin. But I think the basic general shape of the seats is actually decent. You have kind of a texture on the seats a little bit. These are actually separate back here too. But I mean, they could use a little bit more, detailing and everything. Door panels, you do have all the detailing there. It's just not really, colored in too well or anything, but that's not a big deal. You see there's the outline of the door pocket, the door handle and everything. The door handle I think should be silver maybe, but I'm not too sure about that. But at least the panels, are nice and flush with the door. And they do have some, level of detailing on them. And because this is the open top version, you kind of see right into the center here. Kind of a lack of detailing in the center stack and with the steering wheel. I know Motormax does not usually paint on buttons in their 124 scale cars, but at least the Jeep logo and some gauges would have been welcome. I mean, they don't even do the gauges behind the steering wheel. It's just, I mean, they have the right shape with the steering wheel, and they even have the little buttons and all the buttons in the center stack here, but none of them are really, colored in or anything. I suppose I probably could take a silver Sharpie and do some detailing, maybe color in the vents silver or something, but yeah, this could have used a little bit more detailing. At least put in a Jeep badge on the steering wheel and have the GPS screen turned on with a map maybe, and that would have been okay, but I mean, there's really just not much else to see up here. They do a good job with the overall shape and everything of stuff. The vents are the right shape, the the screen placement and the shape of the steering wheel. But aside from that, not really too much to talk about up here. They do have the pedals, but they're actually molded into the floor, which is weird to say. At least they are painted silver, though. I will give them that. Yeah, back here, there's a weird kind of smooth, flat backs of these seats, but if you want a budget Gladiator model on kind of a larger scale, this is pretty much what you can get aside from, 1/18 scale, resin models and stuff. I hope somebody makes a budget 1/18 version of the Gladiator. That would be cool to see. See, overall, a decently detailed model. If you're just going to put it up on the shelf and everything and display it with your other Jeep models, it would look really cool. I mean, they did an excellent job with the paint work and everything like that. The interior detailing, yeah, it's not so great, but if you get the closed top version, it'll be kind of hard to see that lack of detailing. I mean, only reason why I can see it so glaringly is because the roof is open, so you can see right in there. Wow, there's just all black plastic in there. But you could always add some detailing yourself with a silver Sharpie. If they at least put in a Jeep badge on the steering wheel, maybe had a few buttons colored, and that would have looked nice. But I mean, all you get's just an unpainted kind of center stack and steering wheel there. But overall, I think this is a decent model if you can find it for the right price. And I'd recommend getting, both the top on and the top off versions. It's kind of cool that Motormax offers both versions. So feel free to comment down below with your thoughts on this Gladiator model here. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.